Hello, hello, my beautiful soul friends. Welcome back to Elite and Blissful Souls. Goddess Anny with you here energetically. Wow, this is going to be a deep video, but let me begin off with saying it is time to let them go. And this doesn't come as a surprise to you. I don't feel like this is a surprise. I know that you have been having this inner feeling, this inner gut feeling that it is time to let them go. Whoever they are, this could be a romantic partner, a friend that you cherished, a family member even. But this is your confirmation and your reminder that those that are not aligned with us, those that are not meant to be in our lives, will only prolong our growth, will only prolong your journey. You know, being used to someone, having love for someone is one of the most beautiful things, because I feel like there's so much compassion and there's so much that we learned through others. The biggest lessons that we learn them through other individuals. Honestly, they reflect back to us the things that maybe we're not seeing in ourselves. They reflect back to us the things that we don't even like in ourselves. They are able to mirror back our truth for us to heal and to grow from them. But when it comes to relationships, when it comes to loved ones, we have to know, we have to love ourselves enough to know when enough is enough. We have to set boundaries for our own sake, for our own well-being. Because how many times are you going to tolerate less than you deserve? How many times are you going to tolerate poor treatment or the bare minimum just because you love them, just because you're used to them, just because you're hoping that they will change, just because you believe in them so much so, you believe in them more than they even believe in themselves, that you stay while you suffer, while you're not truly happy, while they're not giving you the respect, the loyalty, the love that you deserve or that you give them. They don't give you the same compassion. They don't consider you in the same way. They're not as thoughtful. So really, is it fair for you to be like that with them? And that's sort of a tricky question, because I personally do believe that we should give love and compassion no matter what, right? Despite of, let's say, how someone's treating you, you shouldn't lower yourself to their standards, in the sense that if someone, let's say, is being unfaithful, if someone is being a bad friend, that doesn't mean that you should go and be a bad friend back, or that you should go and be unfaithful back, but more so remove yourself. If someone is not meeting you where you want to be met, where you know you should be met, even with a parent, if they're not giving you the same trust, they're not giving you the same respect, you shouldn't be tolerating that no matter what. Just because they're your sibling, just because they're your friend. It doesn't matter if this is a friendship of 10 years, of 20 years, of 5 years. The point is, relationships should be mutual. Everyone should meet you halfway. And I understand what it's like to want to hold on to these individuals, because you just see so much in them and you want it to be them. I understand that. But at what cost? At the cost of losing yourself? At the cost of not even recognizing yourself anymore? At the cost of sacrificing your own happiness? That's not what true love is, of any kind. True love is compassionate, it is patient, it is understanding, it is loving. And that just isn't love. The sooner you are able to understand this, the sooner you are able to accept this, the sooner you are able to just see it for what it is and not what your mind made it to be, the sooner you'll be able to let go and set yourself free. You'll be setting them free, and you'll be setting yourself free. And the other concept with this is that you block yourself for better things. You block yourself from meeting your soulmate and the person of your life. You block yourself from having healthier and better friendships. You block yourself from growing when you stay in this type of environments because you're so fixated and attached to these individuals that are hindering you that you miss out on potentially something better. So, my beautiful friend, I feel like someone in specific really needed to hear this message, and I know what it's like to hold on to someone. I personally know what it's like to see the best in someone despite of what they're showing you over and over. But I'm also the same person who had to learn to let go, to accept things for what they were, to love those people from a distance, to set those boundaries. And honestly, it was the best decision of my life. I wouldn't go back. And yes, I miss them sometimes. Well, maybe not so much anymore. But sometimes I think about them and I wonder, what would have been if they were still in my life. But would I go back and change my decision? Absolutely not. Will I let them have access to me in the way that they once did? Absolutely not. These people were draining. These people did not get it. And no matter how many times I tried, no matter how many chances I gave, they were never going to change because they're just not meant to be in your life. They're not meant to change for you. And yes, that's a very hard pill to swallow. It is painful, it is uncomfortable, it is heartbreaking, but it's necessary. And you'll see that you'll learn. You'll learn to value yourself more, to love yourself more. You'll learn to understand that everyone that comes into your life doesn't have to stay in your life. Some people are just seasons. Some people are just lessons. And that's okay. You have to learn to be okay with letting people go. And I promise you that those that are meant for you will come back to you. And those that are not will move on. And things move on. Like things get better. I promise you, you're going to be just fine. You are going to be more than fine by letting go. And I know that you think about this. You think, well, but what is my life going to look like and feel like without them? Better than what it feels like now. Probably, pretty sure. And so this is learning to love yourself enough to let them go. It's learning that you can control certain things. You can't control people either. As much as you want that person to change, as much as you want better for them and for them to be a part of your life, that could only happen if they want to. If they want to change, if they truly wanted to change, if they truly wanted to be a part of your life, they will make it so. So no, don't feel bad. Don't feel shameful. Don't feel regret. Don't feel like you didn't try enough. You did try enough, and you know that you did. You gave it your best. You gave them everything of you, and they took it and they ran with it. So it's okay if for once you put yourself first. It's okay if you say, you know what, enough is enough. I'm gonna love myself enough to say no to you and set boundaries and hold them up. Because the thing is that a lot of times people see this in us. They see how weak we are for them, how vulnerable we can be for them specifically, that they keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. And of course, it all comes down to the healing that they have to do on their own, the accountability that they have to take for themselves, the work that they have to do, but that they're not willing to do or take. And so it's not your responsibility. It is not your job to make them better, to heal, or to change. It is only up to them. And once you're able to really grasp this, you will free yourself. That is a burden that you will no longer have to carry. And I promise that life gets better. You will survive and you will be just fine. You'll be surprised actually at how life can turn out once you let go of those people. And you'll always have that love for them. You'll always admire them and cheer for them from a distance, and that's that. Look at the experience for what it was. It was a beautiful experience, a beautiful moment with them, one way or the other. And maybe, just maybe, it's time for an ending. It's time for that chapter to close. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching. I hope that to whoever this message reached, This gives you a different perspective and confirmation on what to do about a certain connection in your life and how to handle it, or what decision to make about a certain someone in your life. Because ultimately, you know this though. You already have that inner nudging feeling that it's time to close that chapter. And the more you prolong it, the worse it gets. That's all that happens. It just gets worse. It just gets worse. The spiral of things going left and left and left only gets deeper. The deeper you feel, like the worse things feel with this person. And that's the universe way of saying it's time to let go. This person is not meant to be in your life. My ear is ringing. More confirmation. So, my beautiful friend, I will see you in the next video. And best of luck to you.